Hey, this is Brotality, and you're banging your head to the Covenant Metal Show.
Hey guys, I am here with Brotality. You guys have heard of them, and if you haven't, you need to. Guys, thanks so much for being on the show, man. First off, tell us your names and what you guys do in the band.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I'm Bryce, and I play guitar and do vocals.
Yeah, I'm Reese. I play bass and do vocals.
I'm Liam, and I play the drums.
Right on, right on. Well, first and foremost, guys, congratulations on your full-length debut album, Worldwide Desolation. It kicks serious booty, man.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, I love it. Now, I first heard about you guys a couple years ago. You guys put out that EP, and for the life of me, forgive me, I can't remember the name of it, but I remember it has this ugly green lady on the front of it. Yeah.
Yeah, The Provocation.
That's it, The Provocation. Right on. Awesome. So you guys are signed with Rottweiler Records. So how did that come about, man? Did you guys reach out to Sean, or did he reach out to you?
Yeah, so when we released Spiral Out back in, I think it was late February or early March.
Salt in the Wound. I think.
Salt in the Wound, what I said.
Yeah. You said Spiral Out.
My bad. When we released Salting the Wound back in March of 2020, early March, I think, Sean reached out to us and he said, "Hey, do you guys have some more songs that rip like this one do?" And we were like, yeah, we'll send some over, because when we recorded Salting the Wound, we also recorded Spiral Out and Dirt Nap in that same session. So we sent him those two tracks, and I guess he dug them enough to send over the contract. And then the terms were perfect for us, so we wanted to jump on the ship.
Sweet, man. Awesome. So Worldwide Desolation, when did you guys start writing for that? Did you guys have any themes set in mind, or you guys just sat down, started writing? Or did one of you guys, okay, back up just a hair there, Dave. When you guys write, is it one person brings an idea to the band, or you guys just sit down and start writing collectively? How do you guys do that?
Yeah. Bryce usually starts. He writes the songs in their elemental form. He comes up with the riffs for them. And then usually from there, we record them at our home studio. So we record scratches. So Bryce will come up with the riffs, come up with the order, lay down the scratches at our home studio, and then we'll work on bass parts together. And then we'll send those scratches over to Liam. Liam will work on drum parts for him. And then once the basis of the song, once drums, bass, and guitar, the song's pretty shaped up, it's pretty good in shape, then I'll put lyrics on them and vocals.
Oh, very cool, man. Very, very cool. So Worldwide Desolation, how'd you guys come up with that title? And is there, like I was saying earlier, is there any kind of themes, or this is just straightforward, straight up thrash metal album, no real, direction? It's just boom, this is what we got,
Yeah. Well, the name Worldwide Desolation is representative of a lot of the song names. There isn't necessarily an overarching theme to the album, but I guess you could say Worldwide Desolation kind of is that theme. In the album, there's just a lot of different themes throughout each song of just different everyday problems and trials that everyone goes through, and problems that everyone faces. I mean, things as simple as the loss of a loved one, which we've all gone through, or environmental harm and stuff like that, or just simple stuff like feelings and going through the trials in your life and overcoming them. So all that stuff is faced worldwide. Everyone deals with that stuff, and we all face the consequences of all that stuff too. And a lot of times it seems like it's just desolate, when you're in that space. And I think the album cover is pretty representative of that too. We tried to make it that way. It looks like it's just desolation. You got the abyss there. You've got pigs running off of it, which references Legion Falls on the album. Mm-hmm. And you've got this guy standing in front of it. So basically he just came out of all that desolation. He's fine. He's like kind of scratched up, kind of beat up. And there's like some creatures after him, but he's like triumphant. He's like victorious, came out of all that. So, I mean, that's our goal as a band, to spread like a positive and hopeful message. And so I think that's kind of what we're trying to convey with Worldwide Desolation.
Very cool. I like that. Absolutely. Now, for anybody out there who's never, heard of you guys before, like I said, if they haven't, they've been living under a rock. But but you guys are like on the up and up, man. And I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very proud of what you've accomplished and what you're doing. And for those who don't know, how did Brotality come about? And two of you guys are brothers, Bryce and Reese. You guys are brothers. How did you all come about? Hey, let's put a band together.
So first of all, thank you. That was awesome. But so we started, Reese and I had recorded, well, hold on. Liam lives in like the Scranton, Pennsylvania area, and Reese and I are about an hour away from Scranton. And we had both separately recorded in this studio in the Scranton area, just doing like separate things. And the studio owner knew Liam's dad as well. So in order to promote the studio, the owner wanted to put a track out of like some younger kids doing a song. So he got Reese and I in there on guitar and bass. He brought Liam in on drums, and then somebody who sang with us a while in one of our other bands way back, she came in on vocals too. The song was actually I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick, and the song never even got released. But in the studio, Liam was absolutely killing it. So we were like, oh, dude, we got to invite this kid over for practice more, because the old bands Reese and I had been a part of, it was more just like cover songs and that kind of stuff. But we started writing originals and really wanting to get into that style of things. So we were looking for somebody who like was super into metal, who like loved drumming and was a really good drummer and liked our style. And Liam just fit all of those bills. So he came over to practice, and now he just won't leave. So I guess he's a part of the band for now.
I like that. Hey man, it's isn't it past your bedtime? I think your mom's calling you. So I think I asked you guys because I interviewed you guys once before, but unfortunately there was issues with the audio and we weren't able to air it. But everything's coming through great this time, thank God. And one question I asked you guys is, when you guys aren't jamming and writing music, stuff like that, what do you guys like to do? You guys hang out outside of, the band and do stuff together?
Yeah. It's a little bit hard to hang out outside of the band just because we live like an hour or so away, but we always make the most out of band practices, and usually those end up in just hanging out and having fun together too. But in our free times, Reese and I are both big into running. We both run for our schools, and we also really like mountain biking, that kind of stuff. I like to tweak guitars, build guitar pedals, but basically anything like music related, I like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Bryce said, we're both really into running. Even like in the summer when school isn't going on. So we've always been big runners. I personally read a lot. So I read a lot of books. So that's another like passion. And yeah, like Bryce said, we actually, Bryce and I spent like the whole first 5 months of the quarantine, I would say, building like a whole mountain bike trail system with like jumps and stuff.
Wow.
Throughout our woods on our property. So it was a lot of work, but it's just super fun.
Oh, very cool, man. That's got to be fun. I used to like to do stuff like that when I was your guys' age, and I'm an old guy, but and I think one of the main things that just makes you guys stand out and makes you guys so unique is, you guys are so young, but you wouldn't know it listening to your guys' music, because you guys, honestly, you sound like you've been doing it for like, years and years and years and years.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So how long have you guys been playing, your instruments, your drums, guitar, bass?
You want to start off, Liam?
Sure. Yeah. I've been playing since I was around like eight or nine, I think. My dad's a drummer, and so I would always like kind of just tap around on his drum set. But then I really got into it when I was like 8 or 9. So yeah, and then I met them when I was around 12. So.
And how old are you? How old are you now?
I'm 15 right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And how about you, Bryce?
I started playing guitar when I was about 7, and now I am 18. And we've started the band, I believe, what was that, 3 years ago? So I was 15.
Yeah.
And Liam, sometimes he mentions it, sometimes he doesn't. There's videos of him playing drums when he's like 2 years old.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah. When I was really little, I had like a little baby kit, and sometimes I'd like bang around on that. But there was
I'm
a
never
huge
letting that fade away.
Yeah, there was a big gap in between where I didn't really do anything. But yeah, I really got serious with it when I was like around 8.
Very cool. Very cool. You were busy watching Sesame Street, dude. It's all good.
Exactly. Yeah.
How about you, Reese?
Yeah, about the same age as Bryce. Like when Bryce was like 7, he started playing guitar. When I was 7, I actually started playing guitar as well. Just because I think that's what Bryce played and that's what my dad played, and so he taught us. But then when I was like 9 or so, I just picked up the bass. I wanted to do something different. And it worked out well because with Bryce playing guitar and I playing bass, shortly after, I think like our first band we were in, just doing covers and stuff, I think I was still 9. So yeah, like I was picked up the bass, and shortly after it just worked out well with that like bass guitar duo. So
have you guys ever had anything funny happen during rehearsal, or, you know, you guys have played gigs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, you know, funny or just unexpected happen at a gig or rehearsal?
So we have a YouTube video that goes full into this. It's like most unexpected live experiences or something like that, where like if you want to check out a bunch of them, we dive super deep into there. But two of the ones that stand out most to me, we played this one show one time, and afterwards this girl came up and she targeted like me for some reason. She hung around me, and like she was
It's the hair, dude. It's the hair.
she was a little bit off the deep end that night, but she starts singing me this song while we're packing up, and the song lasted about like 40 minutes the entire time we were packing up, just like the same chorus over and over again. Yeah, the shows in the middle of New York. Oh my gosh. But then another one, we were playing this show, and we were going into Crazy Train, one of the covers that we play, and I jumped down from the stage, and there was a picnic table there. So I jumped up on top of the picnic table to play the Crazy Train solo. Like I did really good. I was very happy with myself. I nailed the solo, super pumped. So I stepped down from the picnic table and go to turn to walk back to the stage, and I have my guitar in my hand, and I swing like this to turn around, and all of a sudden on the headstock of my guitar, all I just see is a big like blonde hairball, and I smacked this little 5-year-old girl in the head with my headstock.
Oh,
And
did you knock her out?
Thank God I didn't. But it went from such like a high, like, yes, just rip this solo in front of all these people, to like, oh my God, I really just injured somebody. And then the kicker was, that was one of the last songs in our set. Right afterwards, I go to apologize and make sure she's okay. Cause like during the set, I didn't know what to do. Like everybody rushed over, and I was kind of blocked out anyway. So I just went back up on stage. So afterwards I go to apologize, and I have this big apology, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? And after I get done with the whole thing, the girl goes, you didn't hit me. You hit my twin sister. So I apologize to the wrong girl too.
Now that's funny.
Yeah, that was wild.
Any other Liam or Reese, you guys got any funny stories? Or
we don't. Liam, do you remember the one you told in that YouTube video?
Oh yeah, when we were at this wasn't a show that we even played, or this wasn't practice or anything. We went to, it was an August Burns Red like Christmas kind of show, and they had like a bunch of bands playing. And Knocked Loose, have you heard of them?
I haven't.
No. Anyway, Knocked Loose was playing, and there's this one song where there's like 3 snare hits or 4 snare hits. It's like pa 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 pa, and then the song kicks in, and like simultaneously, right with those snare hits, somebody behind me just like punched me as hard as they can on my back, right along with those snare hits, and it was crazy, but it's a funny story.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Me, I'd turn around and be like, "Hey, man, you got something you want to say?"
Well, yeah.
You
The
know?
thing is, I turned around and there was just a mosh pit, and just like right behind me, he was gone. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah, there you go. Somebody took care of him for you.
Yeah.
Right on. Guys, where can people go to pick up the brand new debut full-length album, Worldwide Desolation, on Rottweiler Records, right?
Yeah. So the CD, I believe right now, is available through Rottweiler Records Bandcamp store, but the like to stream it anywhere, it's everywhere. So Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. I believe it's up on YouTube now. All that good stuff. It's available anywhere you can find it.
Now, you guys have a website?
We don't have like just a straight up Brotality website as of now, but you can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We just started a Twitter that we're building up, and we also have a YouTube page where we post everything from in-studio videos, music video type things, to like ridiculous skits. There's one on there about how I'm in love with my guitar and we had to go on Dr. Phil for it. So if you want to have a laugh, you can go over there and check that out. Yeah, right. So we have all that social media that you can check us out on.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. I'm glad we got to do this again. And God bless you guys. God bless your band, and much success to you guys, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, thank you. It was so much fun.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.